Welcome to Just Cook It Radio, where delicious recipes and real cooking lead to amazing dishes. We cook, you listen. It works. With your hosts, Chef Mario Pareca and Bill Alexander.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're listening to Just Cook It, right here on the Just Cook It Radio Network, and you can watch the show at justcookit.tv. I am Mario Pareca, alongside Bill Alexander. Across the desk, his name's Mike Sackley. You just heard him do the weather.
Yeah, he does it so well.
Yeah, what would you say the weather in this studio would be right now?
It's warm.
It's muggy, it's humid. We should have a rainforest real soon.
No, it's just, it's normally like this, but then you bring the oven and it just becomes like tenfold.
Yeah, well, we do have the oven, and it is warm.
I mean, you better be careful. You may have mushrooms growing in the corner.
I feel like we're in a pizza shop. I mean, it feels like we need an apron and some flour to throw around.
Wonder what we're making today.
That's a perfect segue, Bill. Thank you.
Wow.
So, today on the show, let me throw out the phone numbers, because you are welcome to call us. We do encourage that sort of thing. 855-590-0590 is our number. Again, that's 855-590-0590. And first and foremost, I want to say to all the mothers out there, Happy Mother's Day, specifically to my mother, Denise. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. And Bill, to your wife as well.
Yes.
And so... Here's the funny thing. Let me tell this real short story, and then I want to start cooking while Bill tells has some more commentary for us. But so up until the show, we got an email a few months back. If you remember, the first dish we ever cooked on this program was Kraft spaghetti,
which goes back to my grandmother, who just passed away last week, made it for the first meal that my dad ever ate with my mother's family. So there's a connection there to the whole thing. But yeah, that was it. Grandma made Kraft spaghetti.
Okay.
And that was one of those things as a kid we loved.
And Bill introduced that to me, so I told him if he found it, we'd make it on the show, and that's what started this whole ball rolling. So, in any case, we got an email from a listener a couple months back that asked about Kraft pizza that came in a box, and I never heard of it, and so we did. Bill, you have.
Right, I've heard of it.
So we did some research, and we found out that Kraft no longer makes the pizza in a box, but Chef Boyardee does. So, that Bill went out and got some Chef Boyardee pizza in a box, and we've had it for the last 2 months. We haven't had a chance to make it yet because of National Grilled Cheese Month and then everything leading
Breakfast
up to
month.
Breakfast Month, yeah. But, so even though it's Mother's Day weekend, I thought, you know what, let's crack the pizza out, let's make it, let's see what it's like, and you know what, Mom likes pizza.
Well, I was going to say, yeah.
So, but the comment, Bill's been asking every week when we're going to make the pizza. Every week after we do the show, when are we going to make the pizza, when are we going to make the pizza? And then today when he walks into the studio and sees the pizza, the box of the Chef Boyardee pizza on the table, he goes, that's the best you could come up with for Mother's Day? And I'm thinking, you know what, I can't win for trying, for losing, you know?
Well, the best part is he didn't tell me, so I didn't bring any beer with me this morning.
We were always supposed to have beer.
That's what hurts. That's the biggest
Mike,
shame
you should have
today.
A stash of beer just in case.
Yes.
Just in case the magical beer bag dries up one week.
Get my own
can
personal
have
fridge at the station.
Underneath the desk.
Yes.
So, we are making Chef Boyardee pizza. I have a special topping that I made that we're going to add to it. And you can get the recipe, as always, at justcookit.net. I didn't put the whole recipe for the pizza because I think you can read it on the box. But the topping and everything we're going to use is there. So, before the program started, I actually made the crust. And it's basically a package that was in the box and mixed with 2/3 of a cup of warm water. And then you let it sit so it can kind of proof and rise. So, I've already done that for time purposes. So, we have our crust right here in the bowl. It's been sitting for about 10 minutes now. It's risen. It's looking pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and start forming this in a pan. I'm going to spray a pan, start forming this. But while I do that, Bill, you have a story you wanted to tell.
And like I do every week before we start and before you start prepping, is it organic?
It's Chef Boyardee. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I think the whole organic thing's a gimmick.
This cooking spray is organic. This is coconut spray. It doesn't taste like coconut, so you don't have to worry, because I know that's the first thing that went through your mind.
My wife and I ran to the grocery store last night.
Oh, why would you do that? Do you have cars?
Yeah, with that thing. Anyhow, we went to the grocery store. We went to the grocery store last night because we had to get a few things for this weekend, and we're looking at the organic stuff. And my wife goes, "Oh, there's the organic butter. There's this, there's that," and she goes, "Let's negate it all with the bag of corn chips.
They do make organic corn chips.
Do they really?
Yes, they do.
Well, they don't sell them at
Absolutely.
Walmart. But anyhow, so
I thought Walmart was supposed to be getting the organic game.
They are, but I don't know when the new label's supposed to come out. But anyway, this past week I got to go to my first Pirate game of the 2014 baseball season. Tuesday night, my oldest son won tickets for a essay contest for Jackie Robinson.
Second year in a row, isn't it?
Well, my younger son won it last year.
Okay. Well, the Alexander family, it's the second year in a row.
DJ got it this year, so we went to the game. Had a good time. Nothing really happened the first couple innings. Third inning, San Francisco scored, then bottom Pittsburgh scored, then for 8 innings, nothing happened. So getting antsy, getting late, got to go to work the next morning. He has to go to school, so he can go to school, so he can go to another Pirate game because it was Education Day at the field on Wednesday, so he got to do 2 games back to back. Let's just say my son is not a big baseball fan. My son goes to the game for one reason and one reason only. What is it?
Hot dogs?
To eat.
Yeah, that's a perk. That's definitely a perk.
We're at the game. It's the top of the 9th. Cardinals come to bat. I told him we'd leave. Thought it was going into extra innings. Leave, make it down to the first level, end of the first, or end of the first half of the 9th inning. He goes, "Come on, Dad. You said we're leaving. You said you were leaving." I walk out. Yeah, right.
That's why you don't leave games early.
Right when the walk-off call happened, I'm standing outside of the stadium hearing everybody cheers. I look at the monitor going, "You got to be kidding me."
That's the first time that ever happened in Major League history.
I know, and I'm going, "You got to be kidding me." That
you missed an historic moment. Oh my goodness.
20 years from now, I'll be able to tell the story like I was there.
Yes, as you should.
Because most people never saw the Immaculate Reception, said they were there when it happened. So
this reminds me of another story that I'll tell right now. As I'm still forming this crust into the pan, which is almost ready. My family's had season tickets for the Pirates for years, and the year that the All-Star game was in Pittsburgh, we had tickets right in left field, a row from the fence. Okay, so like not even in the bleachers, but right up against the fence. So we're all at the game. Well, I wasn't at this game. I was working. My father and my sister and my mother were at the game. And my sister at the time was younger, and my dad didn't like taking her to the games as much because she always wanted to go get stuff.
Right.
Dippin' Dots, food, shopping. She didn't want to sit and watch the game, and she was young at the time. She was probably 8 or 9 years old. So, no, actually, I think it was at 96. She was probably 11. So, anyway.
You know you're telling her age now.
Well, whatever. So, it was one inning. Yeah, she's young. One inning. She's a freshman in college right now, in case you're wondering. So the inning, she's going to kill me. But
hey, Mike, just to let you know, she's a freshman in college.
Yeah,
there we go.
Okay,
don't even think about it. So the inning, she's going, "I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom." So he takes her to the bathroom. While they're in the bathroom, he comes back from his seats and he finds out Craig Wilson, who used to play for the Pirates, hit a home run that landed in his seat while they were in the bathroom. He said, "Never again, never again." He was upset, and he's still to this day. You have to ask him about that the next time you see him.
I will. So we got the twist cone, and I went, got mine, and DJ got a vanilla cone. I look at him, "You're at a ball game. You don't get a vanilla cone.
Twist.
You get a twist cone."
Right. And for whatever reason, they always taste better at PNC Park. I don't know why.
For $4.75,
they better. They put some magic dust on them or something. They're delicious.
But no, I had a good time. It's been a while, and I'll get to go to another one on June 18th.
Did you go to Buckaroos while you were there?
No, I didn't.
That's the hidden gem of the ballpark.
You know what? Someone else asked me that on Wednesday.
Out in right field, you can get a hot dog for like $1.50.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that. But the tickets we had this week for this week's game were on the first base line. And I realized something. I don't like sitting on that side of the stadium. I like the third base line better. I have no idea. For some reason, I like the idea of being able to see the guy run to first instead of having that not really an obstruction, but you don't see the whole field, get the view that you get in third base lines. Okay. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I usually sit on the third base side, but that's because I'm weird, because the Pirates dugout's on the third base side, so I feel like
you're part of the team.
If you're on the other side, it's like you're behind enemy lines, even though you're still at your home ballpark.
Yeah, and that's good. I never thought of that.
Even when I go to Steeler games, I always like to be behind the Steelers sideline. There was a playoff game when they played San Diego the year they won the Super Bowl, and I was sitting behind the Chargers bench, and I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good game, don't get me wrong, they won, but it just everything felt off. I felt backwards.
Well, it also feels backwards, too, because they're running the other way in the field.
Well, yeah. So we got our crust laid out in our pan. I just kind of got it as evenly as possible. And we have a smaller square pan here just because that's what fits in our oven.
Right. The Magic
About
Radio
the same thing,
oven.
yes. So we've got our sauce. Oh, there is pepperoni in the sauce. See, on the box it says this is one of the kits you can get with cheese or with pepperoni. And Bill bought the one with pepperoni. And I didn't see, it said on the box, I didn't buy pepperoni yesterday or put it in the recipe because it says with pepperoni. And I didn't see a pepperoni packet, but the pepperoni's in the sauce.
There you go.
So
That's what's organic.
Yes, absolutely. So you see the sauce comes in a can. We'll just dump it on.
Okay.
Spread her out. Leave a little room for some crustage action. And you've made this before, you said.
Yes, years ago.
And what do you think? What are your feelings? Do you remember?
I think it's fine. It's also something to do with the kids, too, because they can get their hands
or
in it.
Or with Mom for Mother's Day.
Right.
Mom, let's make some pizza.
Yeah.
Me, you, and Chef Boyardee.
Well,
Chef Boyardee.
My mother's coming down today. Came in from Arizona. She's going to spend Mother's Day with us today because of my brother and his family. But I don't think she would really go for pizza today.
Why not?
Sure.
Okay, so we've got our sauce on, and now there's a fantastic handy-dandy little cheese packet that came in this, and I also have some extra cheese. So,
can we take our break right now as you put the handy-dandy cheese on?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm watching the clock because we're gonna get this in the oven soon.
Real quick.
So, don't touch that radio dial. We're gonna finish our pizza. Get our pizza in the oven when we come back, and we'll talk more pizza and tell some more stories. And don't forget, you can call us. I'll throw out the numbers when we get back. So, more Just Cook It coming up after these messages right here on the Just Cook It Radio Network.
Phil Giannetti Motors at 656 National Pike East in Brownsville is a proud sponsor of programming on FCTV. Phil Giannetti Motors providing quality vehicles for 45 years. If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, give Phil Giannetti's a call at 724-785-6800 or stop by their website, philgiannettimotors.com.
Welcome back to the Just Cook It Radio Network and JustCookItRadio.tv as we're getting ready to make pizza if the oven stays on.
That was scary. Everyone say a prayer.
Everybody all together join hands around the radio.
Kumbaya. But
yeah, the Magic Radio oven shut off during break, which was probably a convenient time to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if it was going to happen, that was the best time. It's just the
we've done that before in many
power.
Different locations.
But we're okay now, and it's nice and hot. So I got some cheese at the supermarket while I was there yesterday. I got you can use whatever you want, but I got an Italian 5 blend.
Okay.
So it's got Asiago mozzarella, all the good stuff, Parmesan, and it's shredded like pizza cheese. So I put that on, and now I'm going to put our topping that we made. You can get the recipe for this topping at justcookit.net.
The topping, you could just take a spoon and eat it out of the bowl. I mean,
mushrooms,
it is decadent is what it looks like.
Hot sausage, there's garlic, some red pepper flakes. It's just good stuff. So we're going to put that on.
Okay.
And as you can see, it's a pretty nice layer.
Pretty. It's very pretty.
And then I'm going to add this cheese that came with the pizza kit. This is like a Parmesan. I'm going to put this right on top of the topping.
So the crust that you got, did it say how big of a pizza it would make?
It said 12-inch.
Okay, so the pan you're using is about 12-inch?
Yeah, it's roughly that size.
So it's a little bit thicker in some spots, or is it going to be?
I took my time working it, so to try to get it as even as possible. The crust is kind of spongy. It's not like a real doughy crust.
Okay.
But you just have to work it and have some patience and play with it, and you'll get it where it needs to be. So we're going to add our cheese now to the very top, and there you have that. And the reason I did that is because the cheese that came in the package looks more like a Parmesan, and it's grated very fine, and it'll brown nicely.
Yes.
So we're going to put that on the top so we get a little color on top, and the cheese that I bought we put underneath so it gets ooey gooey and delicious under there.
So now we open up the Magic Radio oven.
In goes the pizza.
And there goes the pizza.
And do you have a timer?
I can get one for you.
Let's check it in 15 minutes.
15 minutes. box?
On the box it says 16 to 20 minutes until the crust is golden brown. Sauce is hot and bubbly, so we'll check it in 15.
So in other words, all the radio listeners out there, you set your timer for 15 minutes and call us when the 15 minutes is up.
Please.
No, seriously. I mean, that way I don't have to set my phone.
So you said the sauce is organic, huh? Don't read the ingredients, please. I did that earlier. I made that mistake. And some things you're just better off not knowing.
Okay, I'm going to be hitting my 48th birthday in July, and I still can't see. This is really bad. Well, the pepperoni has pork and beef and salt dextrose.
They say ignorance is bliss.
That's what
in
they
this
say.
case.
Doesn't sound too bad. I mean, like, at least
I can only pronounce 3 things on there.
Oh, come on. Tomatoes, garlic powder, lactic acid, starter culture. I wonder if that's like starter fluid. Natural. We broke again. Yeah, Mike, you need to see if you can find that.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Okay. One again.
The oven's still hot. It'll stay hot for a while. We won't. Just don't open the door.
Yeah, it's like the refrigerator when the power goes out.
We used this last time. We didn't have any issues.
What did we make last time? Oh, we used to. That's right, we did, didn't we? Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little pizza. And you can call. Well, don't call us yet, right this second. We'll open the lines in a few minutes, and when Mike gets back. But the lines will be open. So we'll give you that number in just a few minutes. So
live radio is so much fun.
At times. So let's talk a little pizza.
Sure.
12 facts about pizza. I thought this was interesting.
It's round and it's good.
Well, yes, but there are some numbers that are quite stifling, to be honest. For instance, approximately 3 billion pizzas are sold in the United States every year, plus an additional 1 billion frozen. That's 4 billion pizzas with a B. Billion with a B.
Wow. Now, in some ways, I'd think it'd be a little bit higher than that, but I guess...
Really? That's a lot of pizza.
Well, I had pizza last night. When was the last time you had pizza? And I had pizza last Sunday.
It's been a few weeks since
and it was takeout too, so there you go. Now we're coming back.
See how long this lasts. So, also pizza in the United States. How much money do you think it generates in the United States?
With a B or a T?
It's with a B.
B. You're probably looking at 20 billion a year.
Close.
Really?
Very close. 30 billion.
Wow, that's a lot. That really is. My favorite pizza when I talk about it is the one that's in Richland Township. It's called Grande Pizza, and they do a Sicilian square cut, and it's one of the best in the world. I actually had one about 6 months ago that was really good. So.
I like the square cut myself. I mean, I don't know what it is about it. I just think
it's different, yeah.
Yeah, and when you get those pieces in the center and they're just like all topping.
But I like the mom and pop pizza joints.
Oh, yeah.
Not the chains. I mean, the chains are okay, and there's every once in a while I get a craving for one of the chains. Usually it's Pizza Hut. But usually the mom and pops are the ones that have been making it for the last 30 years and are doing it out of their kitchen or out of the small storefront.
I used to really enjoy Little Caesars until they changed their format to the hot and ready. I mean, I haven't had the hot and ready. It may be really good.
Now, it is very good, especially the deep dish. If you're hungry for something, you don't want to wait. Walk in, get it, walk out. It is good.
I'll have to try it. If we're going to talk about pizza places, my father's favorite pizza place is a small, like you said, mom and pop place. It's in West Newton. It's called West Newton Pizza House.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever had.
I haven't heard of that.
It's interesting because the people who own it's a very small place. They do make really good pizza, but the people who own it, they only make everything's homemade, so they only make so many crusts.
Oh, okay.
And once they're sold out, they're done.
Sold
they
out,
close. So if you don't call ahead or go in earlier, you probably won't get a pizza.
Call 3 days before.
So but it is really good pizza. It's square.
Yep.
And they put their thing is they put cheddar cheese on their pizzas.
Oh, that's different.
I mean, you don't have to get. You can obviously request different, but they put that's what they're known for.
That's different. That really is.
They have good pizza.
That's
good
cool.
sauce and things. So that's your local.
Now the other thing, and this became big in the 80s, and that I guess Stouffer's was the first one to do it. The French bread pizza idea, and the French bread pizza idea, and being able to use different things as the crust.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, that's something else. That's something for quick and convenience. As the oven. There we go. I think we have a fix for this.
There we go.
So quick and convenience, if you don't want to mess with dough. Another thing you can do that a lot of people I've seen do is they buy those pre-made pizza shells.
Yes.
And they even make them in the tubes.
do you mean the tubes?
If you go to the like the dairy section of the supermarket, they have the Pillsbury tube doughs.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
That you can buy and open. Pizza dough is not that difficult to make.
Yeah, it's flour and water, isn't it?
Flour, water, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, some yeast.
Okay.
I mean, it's not difficult to make. We have a caller.
Yeah, I know the 15 minutes isn't up yet, so we're probably talking pizza. Let's say hi to Carolyn on the phone. How are you doing this morning?
Hello, sir. I was wondering, do you have a recipe for the Florentine pizzas that the Pizza Hut used to make?
The Florentine pizza?
Yeah. Oh, they were delicious.
Now, what did they have on them?
Well, I know there was spinach, and there was mushrooms, and onions, and, lots of cheese, and like I said, it was a deep pan pizza.
Okay.
And they were extremely delicious, and I don't know why they ever quit, but anything good they usually continue.
So, you said you had it at Pizza Hut?
In Brownsville.
Okay, well, I'm looking to see what I can find here for you.
Thank you.
Now, what made it different? The sauce? Was it the crusts?
Well, the depth and the flavoring. I mean, it just had it just looked like it had a little bit of everything in it.
Okay.
I mean, it was a meal instead of a pizza.
I gotcha.
So, you said it had rehash for me really quickly. You said it had spinach on it?
Yeah, it had spinach and cheese, mushrooms, onions. It tasted like garlic. I mean, it was delicious.
So what I would do is, I would make my pizza as normal, and then I would make the topping much like we made our topping today. Take your spinach, make like sautéed spinach in olive oil with garlic. You can add, what else did you say was in it? Onions?
Onions, garlic. And I don't know what spices, but oh man, it was delicious.
Okay, I would caramelize my onions. So start them in the pan with butter, real low and slow. Once they become golden brown, add your spinach. Cook that until it wilts. Then add some garlic to it. I would probably add some sea salt and some red pepper flakes. And then I would take that off and put it on like a plate and chill it. And if there's some excess liquid, you can drain that. Then make your pizza. You make your dough, put your sauce down. You can put your cheese, whatever type of cheese you like, and then you can put that topping right on the very top and then bake it.
Okay, that sounds easy enough.
That's what I would do. I mean, and then if you can always play with the seasonings. You can always add dry herbs, spices, whatever you like, and play with the seasonings until you get it to taste the way you like. I wish I could help you more, but I really don't have a frame of reference to go by because I've never seen nor had that, and I'm not really finding much about a Pizza Hut Florentine pizza online. But from what you've told me, that's how I would make it.
Okay, I thank you very kindly, and you have a good day, sir.
Well, thank you
for your information.
Thank you very much for listening. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.
That's the only station there is in the Tri-County is Uniontown.
That's exactly right. Thank you for listening.
They tell the truth.
We always do.
Yes.
Especially Mike Sackley. He's a good guy.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Carolyn. Anyway.
So, our oven's back up.
Yes.
Our pizza's looking pretty good.
It's bubbling.
Starting to cook up there. We got what, about 10 minutes left?
Give or take a minute and a half.
Okay. So, where were we? Talking about pizza. What's your favorite pizza, Mike?
Ooh, it's tough because I grew up with pepperoni. That was like my go-to, and then all of a sudden, yes, that's like my life, Bill.
Well, did you know that 36% of all pizzas contain pepperoni?
Really?
Yeah.
Making it the most popular topping in the United States.
There you go. I became much more into the mushrooms later on, and then if you could anything like a meat lovers type of deal,
yes.
that's my go-to.
Well,
it's probably terrible for you, but it's
my go-to is PMS, pepperoni, mushroom, and sausage.
And knowing that is why
I know that's why I did that. But the other one I get, and this is whenever we go to the beach or go to the coast, is getting a seafood pizza.
Yes. Instead of like a white sauce.
Right. There's a restaurant in outside of Nags Head. It's called the Black Pelican, and they make an excellent seafood pizza. And when Mike was out of the room, I was talking about, if you ever had pizza from Richland Township, the Grande Pizza, It was in the plaza where the Shop and Save used to be in off of Route 8.
Okay.
I mean, they used to make it, and they still do. They moved the pizza shop to the other side of the street, but they made a wonderful, wonderful pizza.
Nice.
One thing I really like on my pizza that a lot of people don't, anchovies.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't know why I can't. It's just that...
I'm a big fan. But the best pizza I ever had in my life was in Italy. And you can get them from carts on the side of the street.
Okay, yeah, you told me about
And
this.
they're like personal size, so they're round, but they're small. Really good dough. The sauce is extremely light, so it's like a light pink, just a thin layer. It's not like this swimming in it. Just a sprinkling of cheese, sometimes fresh mozzarella, sometimes just a sprinkling of really good dry Parmesan, and just fresh basil leaves on top. And they bake them, and then they put them in these cases. And when you get them, they're like warm. They're not hot. They're not cold. They're like warm, like just a bit above room temperature. But they're just like, I could eat like 10 of them.
Now, have you ever gone to Cece's before? The 10-foot buffet. My niece, and she introduced me to this, which was a macaroni and cheese pizza. And I guessed it was created for kids because the idea of pizza, macaroni and cheese, it's actually pretty decent.
Cece's is wonderful.
But
I love that place.
It's one of those ideas of doing a pizza buffet, being able to grab what you want and go from there.
Well, I don't know how wonderful they are. They don't sponsor our show.
There's not one in the area anymore. The one in Washington, they closed.
There used to be one up near Butler.
There's one in Cranberry still.
Yeah. But that's the one I used to go to when I was a kid. It was fantastic.
We need a good pizza sponsor, and we need to do a segment, pizza of the week or pizza of the month, where they can deliver us a pizza while we're on the air.
Maybe a couple beers.
Didn't we throw Campy?
Couple six-packs.
We threw Campies, because not only they make pizza, they also have shiners
That's
in the case.
not a bad
So
idea.
I told you.
Campies, if you're listening, we're open to the idea.
Get on board.
And if any listeners want to call Campies and tell them about our idea, feel free. I mean, feel free to drop Bill Alexander's name.
For those of you that aren't familiar with that, that's a restaurant that we used to, especially when I was in college 100 years ago, we used to go to on a regular basis. There was two of them. There was Campies and there was Armando's that was also in the Valley.
And I believe Campies has 2 locations. They have one in Perryopolis.
I thought they had 3 now.
They may. I know.
One in Perry, one outside of Charleroi, and one in California.
Okay, the California one's the one I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, the California one is the one that I walked in the one day and I was able to find shiners in the beer case.
Okay. So, yeah, there's 3 of them. Make your pick. Give them a call.
Yeah, please do.
Tell them to reach out to us. And you can call us. 855-590-0590 is the number. Again, 855-590-0590. And our pizza's smelling good.
Actually, it looks pretty good, too, because the crust is starting to bubble a little bit with the cheese and with the sauce, and it looks very appetizing.
Considering all the technical difficulties, I think we're doing all right.
The power going out. That is not one thing you want to happen while you're making food.
Well, it wasn't that the power went out. It was that the cord that we have the oven plugged into
has a surge protector.
Surge protector, yeah, and it kept popping so we had to get a different surge protector, but now we're good.
So if the radio station goes off the air, you know the oven did it.
And we'll be here eating. Don't worry about us. We'll be here eating pizza. So I mean,
did you see Mike pumping his fists when I said?
Yeah, that was a double fist pump by Mike Sackley. For those of you watching on TV, you may or may not have been able to see it because he was kind of hiding in the corner as he did it. We have another caller on the line.
We have Patty on hold.
Oh, hi, Patty. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you about a good pizza shop. If you ever go to Gettysburg, it's called Tommy's Pizza. Oh my goodness, it is so good. It's right across from the Civil War Cemetery.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I forget the name of the street. We were just there not long ago, but that was our second time to go in there. Our dentist office told us about it actually, and
really?
We went, and it's very, very good.
It's called Tommy's, you said?
They just, their shop is so packed. You know, you have to like wait in a long line to, and the phone rings constantly, 1 minute after another. But it is really, really good pizza.
That's the sign of a good place when it's packed and the phone's ringing off the hook. Mike, you were shaking your head.
Yeah,
have you been there?
Have you been there?
No, I have not.
I mean, you're out at Gettysburg on a regular basis.
I have actually not been to Gettysburg.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, that's right.
It's on the list for this year. But I'll have to check it out.
So you have to write that down and check out Tommy's. So, Patty, what's your favorite type of pizza?
We go to Pizza Hut mostly, but we've had the Little Caesars, we've had Domino's, But I like the Pizza Hut pizza. But those Chef Boyardees, when we first got married, we kind of lived on that. And I think I told you guys before, and the spaghetti in a box, and macaroni and cheese. That was it, because he was in the Navy, and we were really dirt poor. and it was cheap to go to the commissary and get that stuff.
Well, I'm going to be trying it for the first time today, so I'll let you know what I think.
It's pretty good, yeah.
What's your favorite toppings for pizza?
I just like pepperoni and cheese, and sometimes mushrooms, but I don't like onions or anything like that on it. And I hate anchovies.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's okay, more for me.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I'll let you guys go.
Okay, well, thanks for the call, Patty.
Patty, we appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Guess what?
Yes.
As according to the old clock in the wall,
pizzas should be done?
No, there's a fly on it. Yeah, the pizza's done.
It's close. Let's give it. I'm looking at it, and it's looking pretty good. But I think we should give it a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Just to kind of.
Just to make sure
we have a little bit of time, so let's just
power
give
outage
it.
Going in and out.
Yeah, because the oven had to. It was still hot, but it had to.
Kept recycling.
Reheat a little bit. Do you want to take our final break, and then we come back? We'll pull our pizza out.
Sure, and we can talk more pizza talk.
Okay. So don't touch that radio dial, and if you want to hear us try this pizza and hear our thoughts on it, you'll hear that after the break. And I also am going to tell you about my favorite pizza and the way I make it at home. That's all coming up after these messages right here on the Just Cook It Radio Network.
It's not in a box.
Phil Giannetti Motors at 656 National Pike East in Brownsville is a proud sponsor of programming on FCTV. Phil Giannetti Motors providing quality vehicles for 45 years. If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, give Phil Giannetti's a call at 724-785-6800 or stop by their website, philgiannettymotors.com.
Welcome back to Just Cook It Radio here on the Just Cook It Radio Network and also at justcookit.tv and our friends at Fayette TV Channel 77 as we get ready to pull the Chef Boyardee box pizza out of the oven as he turns off the oven.
Out, and I want everyone to watch this.
Drum roll.
This is like the magic of TV. Or the magic, not even magic of TV, because we actually baked this whole pizza right here.
Yeah.
There's
very few things that you can bake in like 15, 20 minutes.
Pizza's one of them. This actually looks really good. So
it smells
I'm excited to try it.
There you go.
You can see, we'll put it right there.
Wow.
Doesn't it?
Yes.
What do you think, Michael?
I'm impressed.
So let that sit up.
Well, let that sit up. I'm going to take it off. I want to put it on my cutting board here.
So the question for you, when you were talking about pizza trivia, what is the most popular topping for pizza?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni is?
Say up 30% of people get pepperoni, making it the most popular topping.
And how many different type of pizzas combinations are out there? That'd be interesting to try to figure out.
That's a good question. I'm sure there's tons.
That's good for a math class to figure out.
And I thought I've heard of most of them. The Florentine. I know what Florentine is.
Yeah.
It's a popular cooking thing, but I did not know that Pizza Hut
put it on their pizza.
Had a Florentine pizza.
Now, the other thing I can't figure out is, and I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, is pineapple on a pizza.
Yeah, it depends what mood I'm in, really.
Okay. Because as I watch him try to get this off the tray without it splitting.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. It's hot.
We'll get it.
But being able to figure out the different toppings on it, I've had bacon, and Mike mentioned the meat lovers, and being able to do that. There are certain times that I'm in a mood for a pizza that is, and I hate to use the term greasy, but it's one of those ones where you can actually fold it in half and make it stromboli. I mean,
you can like wring it out.
Twist it. I mean, occasionally I'm in the mood for that. I really am. But you really can't make a bad pizza. However, I've had bad pizza.
Come on, baby. There you go.
Got it. Oh, that looks pretty. That looks beautiful, actually.
All right. That's what I wanted, because now it'll cool a little faster. And I want to let it set so it kind of sets up. So we put it on our cutting board.
Congeals.
Going to let it sit and rest for about 5 minutes.
Now, do they do pizza at the ball game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can get pizza all over the place at the ball game. And there's actually a place that most people don't know about out in center field. If you go down where like the bleachers are and you go behind in the center field, there's a place called Diamond Pizza where you can actually get real pizza, like whole pizzas or slice by the slice.
Okay.
Because if you go to the concession stands, they're going to give you those pre-made, they just reheat them pizzas, which aren't bad, but you know the real stuff's better. So anyway, I promised to tell you about my favorite pizza.
Yeah.
My favorite pizza I ever had was the one my grandmother used to make, and she used to make everything homemade.
I've heard the story.
Yeah, she used to make everything homemade, but I'm not that ambitious most of the time. Yeah. When I'm at home and I need something to eat and I want to go fast because I'm working on recipes for the show or whatever,
right.
The way I recreate that is I will actually use the stuff from the tube. Don't tell anyone. They're the pre-made dough.
Don't tell. That's your secret.
Tell anyone. And so I'll take that and I'll make it in the same method, which is you kind of punch little holes in it, not all the way through the crust, just to kind of perforate the top, and then you put some extra virgin olive oil, some garlic, minced garlic, some fresh rosemary, and some anchovies, and then you put that in the oven and bake it up, and it's
and there's no tomato sauce.
Nope.
No.
Extra virgin olive oil, garlic, rosemary, anchovies. Does it for me.
Other than the anchovies, it sounds pretty good.
It is. So it's like a flatbread almost.
Now,
but it's really good.
You said, as you keep telling me, you're buying it in the tubes. There's different types of tubes. Are you buying the biscuits? Or are you buying?
No. They make pizza.
Oh, they make pizza.
They make pizza shells, and you can actually get. I usually get the whole grain.
Okay, I didn't realize.
Because they have whole grain. They have regular. They have thin crust, thick crust. So I'm more of a. If I'm gonna buy. A regular crust. I'm usually more of a thin crust guy.
Okay, see, I am too.
I like cracker thin,
yes.
Like really crispy. But then again, there's certain times I have to be in the mood where I'll like a pan crust, like a real thick cruster. But a deep dish sometimes is really good too. If you've ever had a real deep dish.
I've had a real deep dish.
And it's good, but it's not something. It's not. To me, it's not real pizza.
One of the best.
And people in Chicago are going to kill me.
I think one of the only time I had deep dish, there used to be a place called Uno's.
Pizzeria Uno.
Yeah. Are they still in business?
Oh yeah, there's one in the waterfront.
Oh, is it really? I had their deep dish. That seems like it was like 20 years ago, somewhere around there. But actually, no, it's probably been about 17 years.
That'll fill you up.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I mean, you couldn't. Nothing else.
Deep dish is more like a pie than a pizza, like a real pie.
Right.
You know, when you think.
Right.
Because I know people call pizza a pie, but deep dish is like a pie.
No, wait.
It's almost like a pie crust.
Where's the pizza cutter at? You're using a butcher knife.
I'm going to say that thing's huge.
It's my chef's knife. This is the knife I use for everything.
Should I be wary here?
Yes, Mike. Don't cross me, Mike.
If we don't come out of the studio, you know why. Jeez.
Just never mind. I'm not going to say anything. Mike? Go get us some beer now.
No.
I wish.
No.
Let's run down to the beer outlet.
Yeah. But
the one time we don't have beer is when the food
we need
go to the best
like I said, that's my fault.
No, it's not your fault.
That's my fault.
So
it looks fantastic.
It does.
Though.
It smells wonderful.
Oh man.
Let's see how we can do this here. And
it's
then
pretty
I'm
good size too.
Well, he's cutting it in what, 4?
Yeah. Well, on the box, the serving size is 4.
You got to be kidding me.
Here you go, for yourself. And then I'm going to finish this with a little drizzle of good extra virgin olive oil.
You know where they get extra virgin olive oil from?
Where?
Ugly Olives. Sorry.
Yeah, this is a good decent slice right here.
We need that. Do you need a fork, knife, anything, or are you just gonna use your hands and be brave?
Notice I'll show you the guy's box on TV. Notice they have 2 little happy kids making pizza.
I'm gonna need a fork and knife because this thing's gonna kind of go on me.
Yeah, crust mix includes pizza sauce, pepperoni, grated Parmesan, and Romano cheese topping.
We
Adjunct
we were like a bunch of happy kids in here today.
Hey, it's kind of fun, and this is made by, of course, ConAgra Foods.
Good for them.
Yeah. If you have any questions, we can call them, but they're not there Saturday morning, so I guess we can't do it.
Yeah, too bad.
Wouldn't that be funny? You're calling one of these programs saying, I'm having problems making it. Well, why? Well, we're on the radio right now.
We're making this pizza on the radio right now. Our oven keeps going out.
And you're on the air right now.
Yeah. We're making it on the radio.
Yeah, by the way.
You're supposed to be making an oven, not on a radio.
Man, we need those sound effects.
But I'm ching.
There you go.
So how's it, Mike?
Very good.
Is it?
It's got a very gooey texture to it too, which is fantastic.
Yeah, we did we didn't really have time to do the thin crust method because it takes a little longer.
Can I grab a fork out of you?
You can.
So,
there you are, sir.
That. So this is your first time eating?
First time.
Box pizza.
Mm-hmm. We're going to give her a shot and see what we think.
We got mushroom, we got sausage.
Yeah.
I think the topping makes the pizza.
Yeah.
Some extra cheese. You have to have that extra cheese. Mm. So what do we think, boys?
I'm impressed. Out of that little box.
Out of the box.
That's fantastic.
It still tastes like I remember the pizza, the cheese, and everything as a kid, but the topping's just taken over the top.
very good.
It is. It's very, very good.
It's really not bad.
No, I mean, we made spaghetti. You were surprised by the spaghetti in the box. You made pizza out of a box, and now you're surprised by that?
If I was going to make this again, I would probably make my own sauce.
Oh, well, that takes all the fun away.
The crust, however,
isn't bad.
It's pretty good, and it was so easy to make. I think that this would be worth it just for the crust, and then you can top it however you like. But I'm very surprised with the pre-mixed crust that it came out as good as it did.
Now, another way, and this is the way my one grandmother used to make it, is that Robin Hood flour still? Robin Hood flour? Okay. Robin Hood actually makes their own pizza crust in a bag.
Okay.
And you can do it. It's the same thing,
way.
And then you can do it that way. But again, the crust is very good. And again, this is just really excellent.
It's soft, it's spongy.
Yeah. It's good
and I like
pizza.
the topping.
And it's hot.
Just baked.
That little oven, I mean.
This oven's a beast.
Yeah. So, as you hear exactly chewing
we're just going to...
I was going to say, I mean, you wouldn't even know this is, different from, any other delivery pizza. It might even be better in a certain sense, depending on your
There
preference.
we go. That's it. We'll call it radio pizza. We'll bake them in studio, and you can call to order.
You can call, and Mike Sackley will deliver them during the hours of 9 to 10. Every Saturday from 9 to 10, Mike Sackley will be delivering
30 minutes
pizzas.
or less. There you go.
Bring a live radio crew out there.
There we go. We'll deliver them, make them.
Yeah, Mike can do a remote as he delivers, so he can interview people.
What a great idea.
Yeah. It's a marketing gimmick.
That's perfect. Don't tell him it's a gimmick. No one will want to do it.
You're right. Sorry.
But you can use, also, feel free to use any toppings you like.
Oh, yeah. The topping always makes it.
I put the recipe on the website.
Even the box?
Well, no, I said you can read the recipe on the box, but for the topping...
Do you have cute little graphics on yours whenever you do the pouring and the...
No, but we need to find this.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cute? And then make it. So again, really simple to do. From thin crust to thick crust, adding your own pepperoni or everything else.
And here's a tip. The topping that you saw us make...
Yeah.
As my mouth is full. With the mushrooms and the sausage and everything, I made last night. So you can actually make it a day ahead of time.
As we're chewing, as we said last week, the toughest part of doing this job is eating and talking.
It's just so good.
Yeah.
You can't put it down.
You just don't. You actually want to eat it. You don't want to just stare at it.
Right, and that's the whole thing, because being able to try something new, me being familiar with it, but being able to eat it and do it and make it entertaining.
There's nothing like pizza at 10 in the morning too, and it not be left.
This is lunchtime for me.
I was going to say this is breakfast. I didn't have to worry about eating before I came in this morning.
Normally, when I'm eating pizza this early, it's left over.
Or for breakfast, yeah.
Usually there's probably some shenanigans the night before, right?
Yeah. You need that grease to,
to
set the day in motion.
You get it going.
But this was fun, and this was good. This is something that I would probably use again.
Oh, I would. I think, again, it's easy enough. It's something that you can get your kids or grandkids involved in making. And if I remember correctly, the whole box cost around $3-something to buy it. So
it's very economical.
Very economical, being able to do.
And I would say that I enjoyed this more than the Kraft spaghetti. The spaghetti wasn't bad, but I like this
better. Is it because of the toppings you put on, or are you going by the crust?
I would say the toppings have something to do with it. And just, it's like a fresh baked pizza. I mean, if you gave me this or delivery, if I didn't have to make it physically, if you just put one next to the other, I would choose this over delivery. This reminds me more of homemade pizza.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Even though it comes from a box, which is...
Again, it is homemade, though.
Yeah.
You made it in your home. Classifies it is homemade pizza.
It's radio studio made pizza.
There you go.
So, we're just about out of time. I want to thank everyone for listening. If you want the recipe from today's episode, you can get it at justcookit.net.
And go to Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee. Yeah. Did you ever see the commercial? Yeah. Any closing words, gentlemen?
No. Happy Mother's Day to my mother and my wife and everybody else out there.
Mike, do you want to wish your mother a happy Mother's Day?
I would like to do that. Happy Mother's Day to Mom in Arizona.
Yep.
Happy Mother's Day.
Sometimes, does she?
My mother, who's actually in Baltimore right now, going with my family. They're going to see Alex Presley play. The Astros are playing the Orioles. So good luck to him, and good luck to the Stros. And we will talk to you next week. So make sure you tune in for more Just Cook It next Saturday at 9, right here on the Just Cook It Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Just Cook It Radio with Mario Pareca and Bill Alexander. For more information on today's program, visit the Just Cook It website at justcookit.net. Here, you can listen to the podcast or watch Mario and Bill cook today's recipe on Just Cook It TV. If you have any questions or comments about the show, please call 855-590-0590.